Uh, do a clap sync.
5, 3, 2, 1.
Is that good enough? Or do you think we should do it again? Zach?
It was okay. It works.
Okay, yep, go.
Hey everybody, your neighborhood rapist is here.
Oh no. No, don't touch me. Please. Yes. Molestation. Funny, haha. Anyway,
Very.
welcome back. This is episode 11, but canonically 10 because 8 wouldn't work, or 9 wouldn't work, so sucks to be me, I guess. Zach, you had some pretty cash money topics that you put up. You wanna start off with one, or you want me to choose one or something? Cause I
Hold
have
on, I'm playing Among Us right now.
I fuck me.
Wait, I'm trapped. I don't like this. I'm no longer trapped.
The fuck. Okay, cause I know
Oh, this is not okay.
I have something.
Bam, 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 bam.
Are you actually playing Among Us?
Yeah, there's a phone version.
Oh, okay. Fuck me then, I guess. How long are you gonna be?
Lights are out, so I'm probably gonna die real quick.
I hope you do, you fucking cunt. Do you want me to just start on one of the topics or what?
Uh-oh, I found a plug. Yeah, sure.
I fuck. I'll do one of mine, which will probably turn into a rant. But I've been getting continuously annoyed at a lot of people I know putting up ACAB and defund the police. I don't know specifically if they understand what that means. They might not, but I know that there is one specific person that I know that doesn't understand certain things about it. ACAB goes along with the argument of defunding police, which means basically no training, no proper equipment. You know, you'll lose body cameras, which means you can't prosecute police officers if they do anything wrong, which is stupid and dumb. So, the argument kind of falls flat on itself once you get
Mm.
up to the defunding the police part, in my opinion. And that's the real reason. I do agree, yeah, Black Lives do matter. But as soon as you say ACAB, you just become a lesser person to me. I'm just like, you're dumb. What what do you think about
Mm.
that, Zach? What are your views on ACAB and all that stuff?
All cops are bastards isn't what I like. I do believe in police reform. I do believe they have way too much power.
Yep.
Because there's been a lot of injustice, so I think it's important
Yeah.
that is an issue that is tackled,
Yeah.
but it should be tackled in a better way. Because I feel like currently it is ACAB just isn't the way,
I agree. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
defunding isn't what we should do. We actually technically need more money. Uh,
We need more resources, which means more
to the
money.
police, better education,
Yeah, better
body.
training, better equipment. Yeah, body cameras, stuff like that. Yeah.
Hmm. That's my view on it. If someone disagrees,
Yeah.
get mad because oh, that's your opinion.
I'm not getting mad at people who disagree. It's just what
I'm not
I'm
saying you are, but there are people who it's like, oh, you have an opposing view from me, die, and I just got killed.
nice, but I'm just annoyed when people stand up with this cause, but it seems like they're only doing it because other people, or like the large majority of, or the vocal majority, are standing with that cause, and they haven't really done any research into it.
It's like K-pop stands. Most people in the universe find K-pop utter fucking garbage and think they should all be thrown into the endless void of space. but they can shriek loud enough and have enough fucking fan cams that it doesn't matter at that point.
Yeah, it's just stupid. The takeaway from that entire thing is do your research, always make up your own opinions. It's like with politics. You kind of
Yes!
need to look
Get
into
him! Get Dark Green! He is the bastard that killed me.
it. There is an ACAB among us.
A cab for green. Get him, boys!
Yeah, it's
Go on then,
very
son, you
stupid.
know I'm innocent. Go on, son, get him.
Is there voice chat on Among Us on iOS or like iPhone?
No, there is not.
I feel like that'd be funny if there wasn't. And they just heard you screaming "ACAB boys, ACAB for green." He did it.
Yeah, well, they should. The entire things you guys can only communicate when you're in like a meeting slash
Yeah, and when
discussion.
you're alive, if you're like
No,
an alive person.
just discussions and shit.
Yeah, but as in like you, once you're dead, you can't discuss in those discussions, right?
Yeah, whatsoever. You are completely silent.
No, huh? No.
What?
When you're alive, that's only when you can discuss in those discussions. Once you die, you can't, right?
Yeah, you are silent. You should just shut your mouth and probably die, because you're probably the fucking guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, since you're out, do you have any topics that you want to bring up anymore that aren't ACAB?
There's that shit, so I'll just fucking move on to the shit I've written down. I'm dead, and
Yeah.
so the first one is actually one I'm pretty interested in.
Yeah?
MHA and One Piece are the biggest series Shonen Jump currently has.
Yes.
One Piece is, of course, what you'd call, I guess, the king of shonen as it stands.
Yep.
And MHA is like the it is like the
The
new
prince.
shonen. It's the new generation.
Yeah.
And Oda literally said, "Oh yeah, Marineford is roughly halfway,"
Yeah.
and that was chapter I think 550,
Yeah.
and they're currently on chapter 990 something.
Yeah. Okay.
So that it's like probably the end of the current arc and one more, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And then for MHA, it's literally the final arc.
Yeah. Well, at least in the manga. We're not talking
Yeah.
anime-wise.
No, anime, none of them are even close to done.
Yeah. So, was your entire topic was thoughts on it and shit like that, really?
Well, yeah, just like what that means for shonen. This is
Yeah. I mean, we haven't really seen any other like battle manga or really core shonen manga really coming and gaining popularity since like 2017 when My Hero came out, right?
since Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah, Demon Slayer, it got past 7 million volume sales,
Yeah.
but that was during its literal final arc.
Yeah, like Demon Slayer went quickly.
It finished. That's obviously a good thing because it was a concise story and it's the exact story that
That the creator wanted to tell.
yeah, it's like now they're gonna, the movie's coming out, the anime's doing super well. She can now experiment and do weird shit.
I'd be interested to
That's gonna
see.
be good.
Yeah, and if we're talking purely shonen as well, JoJo recently had its part 8 villain
That's
revealed.
no longer in shonen. It hasn't been in shonen since part 6.
But it's still considered a shonen genre of manga, right?
In the genre, but
Are
I'm
we
talking about
just talking
shonen
purely shonen
jump.
jump?
Yeah, because
Okay.
that is going to be big hits. That's literally, I think, combined. Yeah, that is approaching 20 million volume sales.
What? Shonen Jump? Or
One Piece and My Hero.
Okay, yeah. Well, is there? I'm trying to find. Is there? I can never find the popularity polls for Shonen Jump for some odd reason. So my guess is probably Dragon Ball Super is probably still gonna be running for another like a year or so, and then I don't know what's coming up next. They really need another big hitter that isn't Boruto because that's kinda burning at the moment. So I don't really know. What are your thoughts?
The best we can look out for is that one of the two, probably My Hero, will die out first, and then that's going to be like
That's gonna really
10
push people
that's
to
going to be
One
10
Piece.
manga authors, or like maybe even 20 scrambling, because that is a bunch of readers who want something new.
Yeah, it's a power vacuum basically
Yeah, because it's like I think it's the same thing that literally happened
with
with
Naruto.
Dragon Ball,
Oh, okay.
Naruto, and Bleach. When
Yeah,
they left a huge power vacuum, and everyone started racing to fill it. Because that is a
yeah.
bunch of readers who want to see like, because they
You want to
oh,
see more people get beat the shit out of and
they want to see
stuff.
more like that, and where else are you gonna find that but in Shonen Jump?
Yeah,
And so that is a lot of readers that can, because obviously My Hero has like 7 million manga volumes, so that is
yeah,
essentially 7 million sales that your series could get.
yeah. Fuck. I'm just looking at the new chapters. We still have things like where is it? I just saw it. We still have surprisingly Seraph of the End and Blue Exorcist running along with World Trigger. And I know World Trigger's pretty popular at the moment, or at least
Oh,
it's
I
got
want to
a
know a cool
following.
thing about Hunter x Hunter. Some big news just came out about it.
What
It is
is
officially in its longest hiatus.
a round of applause for the dude that
Fuck.
takes breaks? Doesn't he like take breaks because of health issues and stuff?
Yeah, but he
Or is
also refuses to get any assistance.
yeah, which I mean, we've if you've seen something like Bleach where the dude got assistance and it basically kind of fucked him over, it's
No,
kind
no,
of
no, no,
like
no. That's editors.
what's assistance?
Every series has assistant.
Like,
One Piece had, like, in the beginning he had 3 assistants, and he was assistant for literally, I think, even Fist of the North Star's author.
wait, when you
That
mean assistant, do you mean like someone that helps with the writing of the show or the
helps
series?
in the finishing of art, backgrounds, in character design, and will give suggestions. Ultimately,
Okay,
full power goes to the author, but having another voice there is always helpful.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you mean. Sorry, yeah, but
No, do oxygen. What are you the fuckks doing? Okay.
yeah, love rock. Fucking wasn't that? Yeah, okay. Well, do you have any like do you think any series that are running now are gonna have like a big upcoming or no?
I mean, if I were to quickly check like the Shonen Jump like app and saw what was there, I could. Kaiju number 8. I just remember that one. It's picking up steam.
Kaiju number 8.
Yes.
Hold up, let me see some images. Oh yeah, I that looks that actually from
It has a
just the
pretty
pictures it
solid
looks cool.
start. Because you have a
Might
bunch of
wanna
people
follow
being
that.
like, hey, Kaiju number 8, check it out. And it seems to be doing pretty well. It's always on the front page. It is like next to the big boys.
Oh yeah.
It's chilling with Blue Exorcist. And that got 2 anime seasons, both are doing relatively well. A movie, and it's still doing well, but it's also placed above next to My Hero and so many other fucking shows.
Oh yeah. I
I
is
I think it's the next big shonen, but it is not the next. Um, like it is not the next god of shonen.
okay. Yeah. So you
Uh,
think it's gonna be something like Black Clover, where it's still pretty big, but it's not a
it's gonna get
god.
bigger than Black Clover. I'm pretty confident in saying that.
Okay. Yeah. I guess.
It's gonna be. There's not really a way to describe it.
It's gonna be like a demigod.
I guess it's gonna fall a good bit below probably Bleach.
So
Like
it's
on the
gonna be something like Bakuman, would you say? Oh.
probably a bit similar, but I think a bit longer running.
Okay. Yeah. So like Bakuman level, but longer running. That's fair.
Yeah, which means it still get I think a few more sales in a little
Yeah.
bit.
Did you finish Tokyo Shinobu Squad? Because I remember you recommended me it, and I just
Oh, the series
haven't
got
read it.
cancelled, so
Wait, actually?
yeah.
Oh. Oh shit, like oh, in December. Oh. Was it good though? Or no, was it deteriorating?
It was alright, but it faced I'd say the similar problems to the Super manga, which is that it has so much fucking visual noise.
Visual what?
Well, it's not that. Its composition is fucked.
Like, could you describe that?
It doesn't really utilize its medium to the fullest.
Okay, yeah.
There's actually a video on the topic which got me to think a lot about composition, so I might send that to you a bit later.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Uh, so what, you've read, or wait, how far are you through One Piece? Because I know you're definitely further than me, holy shit.
Halfway through 305.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm literally a quarter of the way through the series, and that was
You've,
in less than a
yeah.
month.
Yeah, I mean, I watched all the way up to Skypiea, and you've made me want to read it now, and maybe
Reading is so much
skip through it.
faster. Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Like really
But you've,
quickly.
yeah?
I'll see how long I've been reading it.
And also double check that you're using my
Approximately
account, because I don't want you to accidentally be leeching off of someone else.
Account inept.
Yep, that's me. Because I haven't gone that. I think it's on a device by device basis. Because it says for me continue reading Tokyo Shinobu Squad Chapter 1 and Chapter 248 of One Piece, which is about where I was up to in the anime. So, yeah. Do you think there are any promising artists and authors that you've seen or no?
Um,
Zach?
my
What?
current experience. It's fucking hard. Obviously Kaiju number 8.
Yep.
It is in prime position to take over the power vacuum.
Yeah. So that's just the top tier at this point?
Yeah.
Kaiju number 8?
It will probably be just behind the Promised Neverland, which is like surprisingly big.
My problem with A Promised Neverland is that the starting just kind of feels slow. For me
I
personally.
watched
I'm
it and
like,
I was like, "Oh, this is like a psychological horror thing." And
yeah,
then there
I
were
mean,
I
I
I
started
couldn't get
reading
into
it.
it personally. It was one of
I
those
was,
shows where I'd like
yeah,
look at my phone during the episodes, like miss half of it, and be like, "Oh, what happened?"
yeah, okay. I, uh, I read it and I was like, yeah, this is fun. I think I told you I read it when it first started in the one shots. I was like, yeah, this is cool. This is pretty fun. I like the psychological horror of it. And then I bought a physical copy because I always like to have physical copies of things. And I was like, holy shit, this just feels kind of slow and boring, or like at certain points, yeah, you would just miss things and you'd be like, huh? Oh. And that's the main reason why I haven't watched it or anything.
Apparently,
Which,
there's a very short Doctor Stone reboot.
what?
There's this thing called Doctor Stone reboot, Byakuya.
Oh yeah, and is that just a reboot of Doctor Stone or what's that? Because I remember we were
Um,
talking about that like a hella long ago, and you didn't really know
I think
at the
I
time.
think it's a situation. How far are you into Doctor Stone? How much do you know about it?
Uh, I haven't necessarily watched it firsthand, but I know Science Boy finds village, makes friends, and he's gotta
That
do
village
things.
was made by his father, so I think it's about like the journey of his father, which
Okay.
was like 3,000 years before he woke up.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense then. So it's not necessarily a reboot, but it's like this is a different
I think it's
story.
more referring to like a reboot of humanity.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I I I don't know. I just don't feel like reading Doctor Stone. It's just like don't really feel like it. What about you?
I might eventually like read through it, but it was one of those shows where it got kneecapped.
What do you mean by that?
The an anime lab, the only way you can see it is through
Oh yeah, through premium.
getting premium, so it just kind of kneecapped like me watching the series. Because
Oh yeah.
as like I'm a very like I'll play like through 50% of a game, not touch it for 6 months, and then do the last part.
Yeah, yeah. You're one of those people that will like play through a game, leave it for a bit, and then do it. Yeah.
Yeah, leave it for like a fucking good bit.
Yeah. And then come back and can't remember the mechanics.
I'm really good with the mechanics
Mm.
because it's just a thing where I'm very basic with my strategies normally,
Oh yeah.
or I
Same.
have just good muscle memory with certain things. I practice it over and over.
Oh yeah. Uh, I yeah, I'm probably the same with you with Doctor Stone. I might eventually get around to it, but at the moment it's just kind of like, probably not. And I also kind of have that thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna leave a video game for a long ass time without realizing it. But for me, it's after that time, it's like, oh yeah, while playing through it, I remember the things, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I gotta do and stuff, which is fucking neat. Uh, Anything else?
Not really anything to add to the topic at that point. But I think I'll probably just continue on with what I have written down in suggestions. Yeah, the
Yeah,
next one
you
is
read it
what
off. I
makes
gotta blow my nose. Hold on.
Superman, Joker Triangle thing. I'll probably hold off a bit later. But how long until Christianity becomes mythology? I think in roughly 5,000 to 50,000 years, Christianity will become a mythology. I'm confident in saying that.
I mean, the problem is there's a lot of things that support Christianity, like the fact that Jesus was a real person and it is supposed that he did go
Yeah, he lives in
around
Mexico.
healing people. Fucking what?
Yeah, he lives in Mexico. Jesus.
Are you being serious? He lived in Mexico?
He lived in like fucking Egypt in that area or whatever. I don't know. I'm making it funny
Fucking
because
peasant.
Jesus is stupid.
Jesus is dumb. Dumb man. Stupid idiot. No, Jesus didn't live in Mexico, you tard.
I know, fucking Egypt, Israel, that area.
Yeah.
Utkresh.
It sounds like Old Chris's name. But yeah, no, I think it'd still take a pretty long time, and especially since a lot of the things in the New Testament, well, not a lot of things, but one of the last notes that the New Testament left on was, oh, this religion will spread out throughout the lands and stuff, and a lot of the teachings in the Bible are just basic human morals, which
Okay,
are kind
I,
of
I
like,
want I want
ooh,
you to look at something.
yeah.
Tell me how long ago that, like, how many people percentage-wise were atheist? Say, just 1,000 years ago. Less than
I
less
know
than
that
a
the number of
less than a
atheists
millionth
have
of the population.
I know that atheists have expanded, and I, for one, am agnostic, so I don't care about this. People were
Well, just like not
atheist.
believing in Christianity itself. By the way it's going, that's why I say 5,000 to 50,000,
Yeah,
because
I mean,
it's becoming more and more. There's like less and less Christianity and just religion. Like,
yeah,
the last front will probably be like fucking like people in like second world countries,
yeah.
like
Well,
Mexico, Israel, places like that. They'll be like the last front, but then it's eventually going to turn into a thing of it might as well not. It's like not. It's no longer a true religion. It's like the people saying the Greek gods still exist.
are
Like
still around.
you have no backing and you don't have any organization. You are. It is a mythology.
Yeah, okay. I mean, well, what do you think will happen then to like the Pope at that point once people are like, no, this is dumb, this is stupid,
There
and
won't
no
really
one's
be a
signing up to
pope.
the church? Okay, well, what do you think will happen to the Pope from now, if what you're saying is going to happen? If you could give a timeline of events for the Pope and shit, or like
So
for the Vatican in
once
general.
Christianity becomes 5% of the population, the, the official churches and shit will start losing a lot of power, a lot of influence.
And
The
a lot of money.
Pope ain't going nowhere. He's just chilling in the Vatican giving speeches. He ain't
Yeah,
going to third world countries. He don't got the time and or money.
yeah,
And it eventually just becomes a thing where it's like there's not enough money to keep um like the church actually going. And so the Pope just says, God is with you all, makes a few final changes, and then fucking it just disbands naturally, it just disperses.
yeah,
And then they take that, and then probably for a few thousand more years, people are like, oh, it's all real. But then eventually, it's the whole thing of like, when you push something onto someone really hard, they're going to push back even harder.
oh yeah,
They would essentially become extremists at that point. They wouldn't really be extremists by today's standards, but it'd be a thing of where it's like a truly old religion, and eventually their kids just wouldn't be into it. They're just like, oh, okay, sure.
Eh, whatever, Dad. Fucking
Oh, okay,
weirdo.
boomer. Okay. And then
Okay, yeah,
it's just, and then at that point it becomes so fringe in society that it can truly be called a mythology.
oh yeah. Do you have any guesses of what other religions? Uh, do you think like there'd be a new religion that'd pop up, or do you think like some other religions would just come in and do it, or are
Uh,
people just gonna turn atheist?
we're too far in at this point. No more religions are going to be formed.
Damn,
We have
people
reached
gonna
the we
start
have
getting
reached the
depressed.
end of the religious era.
Yeah,
That is something I truly believe. It's all going to
and
become cult and Scientology shit. It won't be true religion.
cult Scientology or atheism.
Yeah. Just one thing. Islam is
Yeah.
going before Christianity. Guarantee that.
Are we starting to see stuff happen to Islam now, or like
It is
just
such an
in
old
general?
religion that has refused to change that it's just going to be outgrown by the world itself.
Yeah.
Like Christianity still could have a place in modern society of like this unifying thing. If you've read parts of the Quran, you're like, wow, this is fucking insane. There ain't a New Testament Quran. This is the shit fucking Muhammad Ali was reading. It is just. It's fucking old, man. It's just
This
gonna
is the
get out of your
shit
old time.
Muhammad Ali was reading.
The
You're like acting as
longest.
if he didn't die in 2016.
Wait, Muhammad Ali's dead?
Yes!
Oh, that's very sad.
He was alive and he was born in 1942 and died 2016.
I don't care when he was born.
I'm just saying, but like you're acting like Muhammad Ali was like some being that came into
It's
existence.
making fun of the fact that Muhammad's a very common name in the Arab parts.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Joseph is popular in Israel.
You know. Wait. Oh yeah, it is. Fuck.
Yeah.
Joseph, come here. I have a priest here.
Hey, Joseph. Um.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this right now. The
Yeah.
longest for a lasting religion is probably gonna be Buddhism.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They are
I can
so
agree
like
with you on that.
fucking intense in their shit, and no one has a problem. No one is declaring war or hating on the Buddhist. They are vibing.
Like a lot of the things that they like take are like kind of like Christianity are just general moral things, but also just they just kind of feel more wholesome and they don't have anything like really
Yeah,
shackling
when
them
has there
down
been a
besides.
Buddhist crusade?
Yeah, none of them have crusaded into fucking Mongolia or
Like,
anything.
they could kick our asses, but
They could.
they're not going to. They'd like throw us some change and say, live a good life, and then walk away.
I'd fucking love to have an experience like that with a Buddhist person. Like with some monk, I'm like just walking around and he like hands me a $5 and he's like, "You're lucky. You're a lucky one," and then he walks off. I've actually had that. I've had an experience like that happen to me. I was in New Mexico at the OK Corral where Billy the Kid got shot.
Yeah.
I was there and we were like watching like one of those like tourist play shows that they do in the streets for it because it's like it's an actual desert town where the OK Corral is. And just this middle-aged looking cowboy ass dude walks up to me, like pushes a bullet into my palm and like says something along the lines of keep it secret, keep it safe, and just walks off into the crowd. And I think I actually still have that bullet with me. I somehow
Oh, I
got
don't
it
think that's
into
legal in
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah, fuck.
The TSA has it.
I I mm, I don't know, man.
It was burned with the Confucius books.
Wait, hold on. Let me. Uh, hmm. I have to I have to look actually at certain things because I don't think I don't remember being held up at the airport at that point because of something. I don't remember them ever opening my bag.
It would probably be like they call up your parents, cause were you with anyone who looked particularly terrorist-like?
No,
You wouldn't say your dad.
no, my dad doesn't look like a terrorist.
It's all jokes. Why is he not Middle Eastern?
No. See on the bottom
Alright.
of a small. Because I could just have like a bullet from my uncle who lives on a farm, so he has a gun license for that.
to deal with probably vertebrate.
Yeah. I mean, he has talked about shooting cows and shit. And then I have a
I'd like to move on to the
45
next
Colt
one
bullet.
because this
You
might
want
be
to move on to
interesting.
the next one? Yeah?
Is the orca or the great white the top ocean predator?
Fuck. I don't know.
I'm gonna say something right now. Usually, with a few exceptions, the top ocean creature is a super carnivore, which is essentially they are the bigger boys. They are giant and they fucking eat everything. The exceptions are, I think, the Ordovician and nowadays because of the baleen whales.
The what whales?
Baleen whales,
Yeah.
humpback whales, blue whales.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a baleen whales. And so,
Okay.
oh no, it's the Ordovician, Jurassic, and now, which are the only time periods to have large ocean, like non-aggressive large ocean creatures as the top thing.
Yeah.
And so that leaves top ocean predator, a niche filled by two things: great white and the orca. Great white has range. It is found everywhere. It has amazing sensory skills. I think swims a little faster than the orca and is built on the back of like actually hundreds of millions of years of evolution
Oh, yeah.
to become what it is today. It is like it has a role and a niche in the food chain and it completes it to perfection. Look as
Yeah.
close to perfection as possible. The orc, on the other hand, they are scarily smart. Like, an orca could probably learn sign language if it had hands.
No.
I could bet money on that. Orcas are scary intelligent, so like in a 1v1, an orca will beat the great white.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always mean it's better. The
Mm.
direwolf could win a 1v1 against a grey wolf, and it's now dead and sucks and is stupid. JK.
Hmm.
But I truly and honestly believe that great white just has it has a perfect combination of versatility and a powerful niche that just lets it actually dominate the ocean. The orca has its advantages for sure,
Yeah.
but it is just a thing where it's only surviving in this current climate because it,
Penguins.
the closest thing you could define as a quote unquote meta is yet to be truly defined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Sharks are
there.
always going to have a place in the ocean. Cetaceans might not. They might just die
Yeah.
out and become nothing. Or they might
Yeah.
thrive amazingly. We just don't know.
There's an entire YouTube channel dedicated to like looking at animals as if they were video game stats,
Yeah,
and they were
Tizu.
like, what?
Yeah, Tizu.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on them? Like, is this where you're getting some of your information, or is
That's where I'm
this
getting my information why I use the term meta. Because it actually works really well. Because
what?
environment as a term is too general. But like the
Yeah.
current state of the environment can best be described as like a meta. It's constantly evolving. There are strats, playstyles. It works very well.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's fair.
he in a video said that the orca is the second best creature to exist. I think it's in complete,
Yep.
once again, complete situation of it is taken advantage that nothing has evolved to it
Yeah.
as of yet. The great
Yeah.
white, things have evolved to fight against sharks and still get eaten by sharks.
Yeah.
The orca is
Definitely.
like an invasive species on the world.
Yeah.
Just how useless is fungus? Fungus is fucking useless, bro. It sucks.
Explain it.
Plants, they can live on their own. Bacteria, they can live on their own. The
Fungus, they need things.
They need other things. Even animals, which is like they're self-reliant. All right, go to the twilight zone in the deep ocean. There ain't no plants here, just calcium and nutrients
Yeah.
spewing from super hot volcanoes and
Yeah.
bioluminescence, and it is insane. There's just no plant life there. The closest are animals, which like imitate plant life, and even then, they are like even like a corpse of like a whale will fall down and then it becomes like a battle royale. Fuck is fungus doing? It's just growing on its own. Like,
It's just
hey,
chilling, bro.
oh, cool, a corpse. I'll dissolve this and spread my spores and do nothing else. Man, fuck fungi. Me and my homies hate fungi.
You just hate it because it just surviving by just vibing, bro.
It's surviving by being like it is a leech. Leeches, they offer you nothing. They don't bring something beneficial to you aside from weed medicine. There's the
Yeah.
one thing leeches and fungi have in common, which scares me the most, is that they're both used in strangely effective medicines.
Oh yeah.
Fungus are antibiotics, and leeches are surprisingly have a lot of versatility of like dealing with infections
Really?
on open wounds. Yeah.
Huh. Don't.
Because they eat the dead material. Obviously,
Oh
if you
yeah.
have like some dead, like some infected skin, don't just like throw 10 leeches on there. But it's a
Give
situation
me the
where
leeches. Yeah.
it isn't an entire negative.
Yeah. Like they can still help. No, they can.
In a very small way, that obviously is
Still
like a
good.
last resort, but it still exists.
Yeah. So, fungi bad. I guess you could get pretty hellish psychedelic trips from fungi.
Yeah, but you can also get that from fucking marijuana and crack.
And crack.
And cocaine. No,
Cocaine.
flower. That's why I hate big government.
The government, they take my flower away from me.
Unseen brilliance of Diablo and Doppio. I'm just gonna fucking write an essay about that.
Can we make a video essay about it? Can you
Oh,
write
I
the
was thinking
script?
about that.
I'm down for that. 100%.
Yeah.
Because
How about
I've talked to you about how I just want to do a video essay, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm down to edit for you for some things.
I think no one really sees why Diablo and Doppio are as good as they actually are. And I
Yeah?
think it's also this. It's also strangely enough the same reason as Overhaul. So it might be like a two-on-one video, like two videos coming after each other.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but how Part 6 gets an unsatisfying ending and what shows have a truly satisfying ending. They're a package deal that I don't think I currently have the chops to take on.
Yeah?
And
I
why?
thought Eva had a pretty good ending personally. I was like, yeah, that works. It works in
It's
the
one of those
universe.
endings, like, it can connect with the themes, because Part 6 does that. But it's one of those things where it's just, now what? Like,
Yeah,
it can
I
be
guess.
unsatisfying in a good way, like your experience with Ava, but an unsatisfying ending is unsatisfying. Like, just
Yeah.
like, oh, this steak, it's very savory. Like, so is chugging 10 liters of salt. That's gonna be very savory. But
You know,
that doesn't mean the steak's bad.
yeah.
It's just a thing where it's like, I highly value satisfying endings.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I dislike them personally. but they still have good merits about them.
Yeah.
I'd actually Ava. Ava has good merits. I hate the part 6 ending with like every aspect of my being.
Ava, I'll give it a pass. It's part of the question, but I'll give it a pass. Now, part 6. It's like
Part 6,
turning me over, twisting
a
my nipples,
bitch.
and taking my balls.
I like if I could change the ending of part 6, I would actually very hard consider putting my nutsack in a vice grip.
Oh god, Zach. I would put my balls in a vice grip and squeeze.
Don't understand how much this ending does not work on a character level, on a themes level, on a satisfaction. It does nothing. It's fucking useless.
Okay, Zach. Since this is your question, you seem very riled up. Why don't
You
you
cut off.
educate the people? Educate
Ending
them.
of part 6. Poochie attains Maida in heaven. Because he reached the right chords and said the right words, and the green baby said,
Yeah.
and he believed in gravity hard enough, and now he has
He got a big gravity erection.
infinite speed, and he can also speed up the universe. So
Yeah.
the spoilers for part 6, something that came out during the early 2000s, everyone fucking dies. Like, oh hey, Jotaro could have done something. Nope, he's dead. Oh, Jolene, she'll be the one to save it. Nope, she's dead. Anna Sweet, nope. Foo Fighters, already dead. Hermes,
Yeah.
dead. Oh, is Emporio gonna do something? Yes, with Weathers stained, because, oh, Weathers also dead fuckity dead. And Poochie's dead now. And
Yeah.
now it's another universe, and Emporio's still alive despite inhaling inordinate amounts of was it O3? Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
it was inhaling an inordinate amount of ozone, which killed Poochie, but not a small child like him. And then
Yeah, it
he
was ozone.
sees someone who resembles Jolene and cries.
I mean, I think it's stated that it is that universe's equivalent of Jolene. But
Fucking
yeah.
obviously, have you seen it?
I
But
have, yeah.
then, like there are other aspects which I really want to tack on like a 500, maybe 1,000 word essay on why this ending's fucking shit.
Yeah.
But that is not Jolene. It is an equivalent, but it is not. It does not have her memories, her experiences, nothing.
Her stand.
Yeah, someone is made by their experiences. She looks similar, she sounds similar, and she acts similar, but she's innately different. And to
Yeah.
act like that is at all an ending worth putting my fucking eyes on makes me just one day wanna pull on my dick so hard that a large scab forms and I'm unable to jack off the next 3 months of my life. And the next time I do, the scab re-fucking opens and I have to do it again.
Wait, so are you saying that entire situation would be more preferable than this ending?
Yes. Cause
Okay.
it's not the ending of part 6. It is the ending of the main JoJo universe.
Yeah.
Part 1, a brilliant setup that had I'm gonna say one of the best endings in the series, which knew
Yeah,
what to do. It was basic, it was fundamental, but it also
it
was
worked
it
really
was
well.
actually pretty groundbreaking for its time. It knew what it wanted to be.
Yeah. And
Part
it's
two-
it's one of the
Part two
first
is
ones
arguably-
that's killed a character, or like killed off the main character in the ending.
Yeah, that's still not seen a lot, and it was a very profound and powerful ending that stuck with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Part 2, it introduced Joseph, amazing comedy, while giving a satisfying story, and villains who, both Wamu and Kaz, you want to see
I
Joseph
fucking
defeat,
love Wamu.
and you enjoy these characters. You enjoy just watching them.
And I think also what part two does, it really brings in sort of the philosophies of the different characters, especially with Wamu, how Wamu's like, yeah, I gotta like go with Kaz, but also I like you. You're an honorable warrior, and I will give you an honorable death and stuff. Unlike Kaz, who, just does whatever he needs to.
Win, 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 win,
Yeah,
win. Yeah. And then part three, a defining thing by introducing stands, the way they work, which has left such a actually profound. It is
marking
like it could have
on society.
begun with part three, and with a minor adjustments, it could have worked. It is like it's the it's the JoJo episode. Like obviously you should watch parts one and two or read them,
Yeah,
but part three is still like the defining JoJo.
yeah, yeah.
Part four has the best villain in the series. Yoshikage Kira is actually Funny Valentine might compete with him, but still it is truly a
Okay, we'll talk about main universe. So he's the best main
best
universe villain.
best main universe villain ever, introduced in another complexity of stands,
It
the
also,
unique
yeah, it
kinds of
showed how
stands.
it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, because this character beat this character means that this character is stronger than this other character. It showed, oh, it depending on the situations, the morale, the thoughts, it could all be different.
Yeah, like it actually had the final ending. A lot of people say it's a bit drawn out, yeah, but it also actually has a pretty good theme of never giving up and never stopping,
Yeah,
always
yeah,
trying. And that's amazing. And then part five. When you talk about themes, you go to part five. When you talk about fights, you go to part five. When you talk about protagonists, you go to part five. Talk about Joe Bros, you go to part four, then you go to part five. It
I
is
agree with you there. Part five has got everything from a story perspective. Yes,
out of the anime, it is easily the best.
yes, 100
And
percent.
then part six came along. It is Jolene's daughter. It is the finale of the series. It
Jotaro's
should
daughter.
bring in another complexity onto stands that still makes sense. A satisfying story that continues the theme of part fives, four, and just the entire series.
Mm,
Introducing characters that we can laugh with and cry when they're gone.
yeah,
Like we need you expect a character where all the side characters where there was a Joseph, a Bucciarati, and then the rest were just Polnareffs.
yeah.
Like
That's
that is
that's
the
true.
anticipation going in. That still would have been beautiful. And
Yeah,
then you got a fucking mess. You got a disgusting, vile excuse of a ending of a series that was made in the hellfire of contempt, bitterness, and rushed work.
yeah.
It had everything playing against it, and it could not rise above. It
It
was
just crashed and
just,
burned.
and it was just left to die. Left on some
I'm.
fucking street corner, and Iraqi just made part 7. He's moved on from it.
I
Despite
mean,
that being
yeah.
what should have been the best part, the most influential part, the part that moved the most people to tears, it fucking sucked. I could honestly not watch the anime and skip to part 7. And part 5 has its ending solidifies the themes. It breaks it down into a hard compound, beats you in the fucking skull with it, but also says, hey, still satisfying. And it was. You're a masochist.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? And part 6 just shits in the face of the themes and says oh, get up. And then
Mm,
Araki had to move on because he just wasn't happy with Shonen. And that
yeah.
caused him to write some of that dog shit. A lot of
Yeah.
that dog shit. That dog
I
shit.
mean, I agree with you from an objective story standpoint, but when I was reading through part 6, I enjoyed it. I thought some of the fights were fun. I really enjoyed Foo Fighters as a character.
Foo
Um,
Fighters, it is an exception, an exceptionally good thing.
yeah.
But in a sea of shit, tornadoes, and guns that are constantly firing and never run out of fucking ammo, a single diamond cannot make up for a fucking
I
travesty.
I know, I know. Objectively, from a story standpoint, it is bad, but
Marriage
I
cannot fix a broken relationship.
but I enjoyed it. I thought, especially from an artistic wise, a lot of the designs and uh the just the art. I thought it was really nice. And
Oh,
yeah, Foo
art's
Fighters was good.
beautiful.
Yeah. I also thought some of the stand ideas were really fun. Granted, there are a lot of really shit ones, but I still
There's
think quite a
Dragon's
few
Dream.
dragons. I really liked Weather Report's stand. I genuinely thought, oh, that's cool, and I liked
Oh,
Anuri C's
that's
stand as well.
amazing.
Yeah.
That Weather Report Foo Fighters. I actually like the stands and the abilities
They're
of the
cool.
main cast are cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
Having
I genuinely enjoy them. Like, I think from an enjoyment level, like if I'm looking at this from like, oh, not objectively from a story from a writer perspective, but from a an audience perspective, I still found it fun. I found it as like one of those like shonens where it's slightly above like an average one, so it definitely has a hell of a lot of flaws, but I still found it enjoyable. Sure, the pacing's slower than a normal JoJo, but I still enjoyed it. I still
pacing does
this
not have a problem. I actually want a slow paced show because
yeah.
Dragon Ball Super manga has a breakneck pace that fucking broke my neck.
Yeah, I I genuinely think you should
But
still give it a
you
read.
see, here's the thing. I've learned to appreciate things for more objective values, production values, story things like that. And sure, it can be enjoyed in a casual way, but I can only stab myself in the eye so many times before I'm blind and I'm forced to hear the screams of the fucking mess in front of me. You can only go so far
Yeah,
before you just
that's
become
fair.
a glob of nothingness
Yeah,
who
no,
enjoys it because they want to enjoy it, not because they do.
I can definitely agree, especially closer to the end, and there is a specific arc that was very tedious and annoying, which was Dragon's Dream. And yeah, closer to the end, it was just kind of like, what's really happening? I don't know. Oh dear. But I still think for a large like amount of it, if not for a majority of it, I found it fun as an audience, not from an objective perspective. From an objective writer's perspective and looking at its story and its themes, yes, it is like if you
You
killed
know what?
Shakespeare and raped his corpse. It's terrible.
Okay, here's just one thing I really quickly want to add.
Yeah?
There's a lot of people who defend it on like, oh, the ending it continues the themes, like Fate is unstoppable. But Poochie was fighting against Fate.
Yeah.
He
Poochie
was
was.
trying to control it. That is the thing that got Kira and Diablo fucking killed.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, by vehicles. Although Diablo, I guess, is kind of unfair since he's died like literally infinity.
Yeah. But.
It's just
Uh,
it's an endless process of just oh, Poochie defies fate and wins. I don't care if it's like oh, but he died in the end and it didn't truly happen. He still conquered fate. He
yeah.
still won. He still reset the universe to something so abhorrently different that the people are not the actual people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have you heard of the YouTuber Super Eye Patch Wolf or Eye
Yeah.
Patch Wolf? Yeah, I watch a lot of his videos and I agree with a lot of his things. But still talking about JoJo Part 6, I I still think it's an enjoyable story. I probably need to reread it since I did read it during school time in class. But I still think for a large majority of it, it was fun to a degree. And
I'd rather a
yeah, there were
clown who
definitely
ate
flaws.
only ice shat in my face than read part 6.
No, I think you're being a bit extreme with that, but yeah, I can see what you mean.
Fuck me, bro.
Oh,
That was actually
Jesus.
good to vent.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to go more in depth into it because I fucking can. So let's just move on though. This is getting very long.
Well, I mean, yeah, we might have to either end it here or squeeze in one small new other
I
topic that
want to
you
talk
have.
about why Dragon Ball is still the king of shonen. My argument in
Go
this
ahead.
is that beyond One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, upon literally any manga that's come before or after, Dragon Ball has had the most profound impact on the medium.
Oh yeah,
Dragon Ball
definitely.
is only as big as it is. I mean, anime is only as big as it is because of Dragon Ball. Shonen is only as big because of Dragon Ball. What literally inspired One Piece? Dragon Ball.
What
What
inspired
inspired
Naruto?
Naruto? Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball. Yeah.
Bleach, Mexico and Spain, I guess. There's a lot of Spanish shit, but also
But
Dragon
also
Ball.
Dragon Ball. Yeah.
My Hero, Dragon Ball. Fucking anything Dragon Ball,
Dragon
because
Ball is like the seed of this big shonen tree, basically.
each branch is a series. And it all started with Suda Ere, Tate Urere. By the way, that's not the actual lyrics. I am
I
so
know.
bullshitting.
I could tell. Yeah.
Very good
But
at bullshit Japanese.
I, you really are, and it's surprising. But yeah, do you think Super is still like a testament to the legacy of Dragon Ball, or do you think Super has tainted it in some way?
It's fucking. The Boo arc was a fucking. This is getting excessive. I've become extremely negative. But the Boo
Yeah.
arc was the origin. I don't care if this sounds extreme. This is something I believe with my heart of hearts. There's no
So,
exaggeration in this
so this is
statement.
something that you
The
will
origin.
like.
No, 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 no,
Everything
no.
that you're gonna say here is more extreme and more heartfelt than what we just had with Part 6, right?
Yes, there's. I will not exaggerate a single bit of it.
Go.
Every current problem that Dragon Ball is currently facing, the, the unfair criticisms, the mass marketing, the pacing, the all of it, the irrelevancy of mainstay characters like Piccolo and Tien, it can all be traced back to the Boo Saga.
Yeah.
That is, I truly believe that it's a fact of life, a universal truth.
Hmm.
Part of the
Yeah.
very makeup of my soul is that statement.
If you had a stand, it would just say that statement.
it would be, it would just be a sign.
Yeah.
It's one stand powers that people can see it, like non-stand users, and it would just say the source of modern Dragon Ball's problems stems from the Boo Saga.
Yeah. Oh, I want to make that a
That,
shirt actually now. Let's
here's the
design a
thing:
shirt for that.
the Boo Saga isn't bad
Yeah.
because there are Vegeta, he completes his character arc.
There are some
The
genuinely. You mean there are some genuinely good moments in the Boo arc?
there are amazing moments that cap off the series. The ending itself, like the beginning, if you cut out like all like the Gohan at school stuff, and the end, primo. They are what you'd expect.
Yep.
But the problem comes in the middle. Because suddenly
Yeah.
Majin Buu is replaced by Evil Buu, who then absorbs this regular Buu and becomes Super Buu. And Super Boo is like Perfect Cell. That's it. And then he starts absorbing people, and it's like he's got Piccolo now. Oh, and here's this new concept, fusion by dancing. And this new concept, ultimate fully potential unleashified super mega Gohan. Oh, he's been absorbed. Hey, let's give another version of fusion. Uh-oh, they got absorbed, but they're not gone yet, and they tug on Boo itself, who's inside of Boo, and they're tiny now.
Yeah.
And then the true Boo, actual Boo, we've been played the whole time as it's all been fake versions or like misconstrued versions. This is the real most dangerous version of Boo because he's such a wild embodiment. And they save Mr. Satan. Why? Then it goes
Satan.
into the ending, and I think that is consistently a good part of the series. The ending.
Okay. Yeah, I mean I'm just entering the final end of the Cell Saga just because I've had a lot of shit to do. Goku's dead. He's dead. Fucking blew up. But yeah, I'll
He's
make sure I
proud of his
finish it
son.
soon. Yeah, I'm proud of you, son, even though you like let Cell, come back and kill me and all that.
You let Cell do this, but I also let Frieza transform like 8 times. So I guess we're even.
This is an improvement. I'm proud of you. Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're back to all this, if you're definitely down to write a script for these, we can definitely make something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it for this week. This is budgetcast with Zach and me, Callum. Uh, Everyone else
I
died alone in a car crash. It's not us, it's them
Yeah, thank
and the
God.
Portuguese.
This is the most earnest I've ever been since I said I would actually murder Rupert
There you
Murdoch.
have it, folks.
The scale of honesty goes like bold-faced lies,
Yeah,
semi-truths,
yeah,
something that isn't based on fact, but it's not really like it's not untrue, but you can't really say it's true.
yeah.
Um, there's me hanging a noose around Rupert Murdoch, choking him out, or just shanking him, shooting him, strangling him, ripping his fucking heart out. And
Blood
then there's the
Eagle.
comment I made. Then there's the comment I made about the Buark being the source of all of modern DB's problem.
Yeah,
The,
yeah. Well,
the Zack scale of honesty.
let's draw that up at some point. So here, you've got every insult I have towards Eric, and then up here,
They're
you
all
have
true, but
DBZ.
they're not too true.
Like, like they're semi. They're coming from a real place, you know.
They're coming from the
And
fact
then,
that he's ginger and poor and divorced.
yeah. Uh, we'll we'll leave that there. Thanks for listening. Share this because I need people to look at this. And yeah, we'll see you later. Bye.
Palestine definition no.